Monday. For the first minute or two, we're going to do a warm-up. If you have one weight or no weights, you're going to have your hands together, and it's going to be like your foot reaches back, hands to knee. We're going to do 5, switch to the other side. If you have a weight, you could use a weight, but we're going to do a different kind of push-up next, so I'm not doing a weight for the warm-up. So hands together and reaching. We're going to do 5 on each side. 4, 5, and switch to the other side. 2, 3, and step back. Hands to the knee, outside of the knee. 5 on each side, switching back and forth. Really extend, full extension here, and squeeze in. Switch, we'll go for about 90 seconds. And exhale when you crunch. Little bend in the standing leg. Switch. Exhale. Do 2 more, 1 on each side. Full swing, so 5 more here. And 5 here. Okay, so I'm just going to angle this down. We're going to do a different kind of push-up. I have my feet up against the couch, or you could have them up against the wall. These are called push backs. So I'm just going to try to do 5, then 5 from the knee, and then maybe a couple more knee push-ups. But it's for the front of the shoulder. So I'll demonstrate one. So my feet are pushed up here. I'm in a high plank, straight. I'm going to drop down. So I'm going to push back. My knees hover above the ground, and straightening the legs, kind of a downward dog, shifting back to a high plank. So just to do 5 of them, because it hits the front of the shoulder. I'm going to drop, exhale down, push back as my knees stay off the ground, straighten the legs, back to a high plank. Push back, so I'm not pushing up. Up. We'll show a modified. You can just drop your knees to the ground. Back. Straighten the legs. Back to a high plank. Push back. Takes the strength of the front of the shoulder. Back. Up. Straighten, back to high plank. So now I'm going to drop my knees to the ground. So I'm going to come here, drop, still do the push back, up to a downward dog, back. And do 5 of those. Knees drop, strong through the arms. Lower plank, knees drop. Just going to make sure my feet are set. Push back. If you can keep your knees up, try to do a couple more. You can do all of them with your knees up. That's great. And do 1 more. Up. High plank. Now I'm just going to drop to my knee. If you can keep doing those, I'm going to do 10 more knee push-ups. Getting low. Keeping the hips down. Pushing the floor away. And 10. I think that was 10. Okay. I'm going to come back to do some legs. Shifting this back a bit. A little bit of arms there. So this, actually we'll do one more arm to strengthen the front of the shoulder. I'm going to grab dumbbells, kneeling. So this is a W overhead press. So my palms are facing myself or behind me. And instead of straight up, I'm just going to go out to a W and back in. If you have 5-pound weights, you can use your soup cans, 10-pound weights. I have the 8s here. Coming to the middle. Palms are behind me. Again, getting that front deltoid. Try to straighten the arms. If you have lighter weights, you can do 20 reps. Actually, I'm going to do 5 more, just because we're doing a bunch of legs, glutes next. One more. And, okay. So here, it's going to be kind of like old school. 10, you can do 4 exercises, 10 sets of each exercise. So the first is you're just out like they call it the hydrant. There's the donkey kick back, and then there's the hydrant to the side to get the outer part of the glute. We're going to do 10. As high as you can lift. Back down without putting your knee down. After 10, you're going to touch your knee to your tricep and then extend back 10 times. Back up and up, out, back, and up. Touch. If you can't reach your tricep, just bring your knee in as far as you can. Full extension at the top. It's a little bit of obliques. Exhale when you extend. Okay, that was 10. So now I'm going to go to a side plank here. My elbow. My knees are bent, so hips are up. I'm going to touch my hip, lift, and lift the leg. So here, a little bit of oblique again. Lift that leg. So you're using the top glute and hip flexor. Just touch the ground, back up. On my elbow, my shoulders over the elbow. We have one more for 10. Okay, here on the side. So now I'm still on my hip. My knees are slightly bent. My left knee is going to touch the ground and then push back. Knee touches, push back. You could even rest on your arm. Knee touch in front. Try to extend the leg. Touch. Do one more. Okay, 10 of each. Going Same set on the other side. Here, it's a little different today, focusing on that specific muscle group. 10 hydrant. Really squeeze at the top. That's 10, then knee touches the elbow or the tricep and extend up. Full extension at the top. Inhale on the way in, exhale on the extension. That was 10 here in a side plank with my knees bent. So I'm going to push up and leg lift. Hip touch. My foot is on the ground. Can feel my lower glute working. Two more. And 10. Then I'm going to kind of collaborate down. The knee is bent. Knee touch the ground. Extend a little bit back behind you. Knee touch. And exhale on the push. One more. Squeeze it up there. Okay. So we're going to go for a double hip raise. If you have a bench or a couch again. Just to get those glutes all the way up. Almost touch. Back down. You can interlace your hands underneath. Try and get as high as you can. Squeeze at the top. Let's do 20. Really squeeze through. Shifting my shoulders underneath together. I'm going to hold this one at the top, 10 seconds. And good, coming up. Okay. Let's see, we're going to go near the end of the workout. This is a sumo squat. So sumo, feet out, low as you can, holding this. I'm going to turn to the side, knee touches, back to the middle for that sumo squat. Switch to the other side, back to the middle. Kind of finishing off the glute. Low with my toes turn out. Low. Let's do 1 minute. Back to the middle, stay low. Weight in the heels. 15 more seconds. Less than 10. Do 2 more each side, one side here, one more, and low. Okay, so that was 15 minutes. If you want to stay for 1 more minute, we're going to do a plank with twists to each side. So holding the plank, make sure at the time, touch your hip back to the middle, hip to the middle. A little more abs at the end. On my toes. My head is above my hands. We'll do 20 total reps. Touch the hip. Don't land. Make sure you touch the ground. 5 more. Let's hold here for 10 seconds. Last hold in the plank. And rest. Okay. A little different today. Have a good day.